Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. I welcome you to this Shabbat service again. And I hope that you will enjoy today's program and you are enjoying your Sabbath. Sabbath is a time to rest, to relax and get more closer to Yahuwah. And I'm sure that those of you who are observing Sabbath are resting, and those who Shabbat was taken away from them also will come to the knowledge of the truth and to enjoy Shabbat service with us. Today's Torah portion is Judgement. Judgement. That is our Torah portion for today. Is Judgement. If you follow us last Sabbath, we talked about the how the people of Israel were actually entangled by the enemy. How the house of Israel were entangled by the enemies in Misraim, and how Yahuwah brought them out of the land of Misraim. How he delivered them from the land of Misraim. How he, Yahuwah, manifested his power in the land of Misraim. How he led Pharaoh and his minions and the entire house of Egypt knows that there is Yahuwah, Alahim of Israel, who created the Shamayim. We talked about the stronghold of people of Israel at the time was Pharaoh, who came to power, who knew no Yusuf. And he was actually tormenting, afflicting, the children of Israel who are in Misraim. And Yahuwah called unto Moshe, to be the man that he will use to liberate his people from the claw of Pharaoh and his government, his monarchical government. Today, we are going to continue to reveal the name of Yahuwah. Because let me tell you, without his name, nothing can and can never be done. Nothing can be achieved. His name is the key. His name is the key of knowledge. See, his name was hidden, was taken away from the scripture, and a false name the Canadian names was replaced by Lord. And when you say JC is the Lord, what you are saying is simply is that JC is Ba'a. So today we are going to go into the judgment. Because when you see what is happening in the world today, you can easily, allude to the fact that the judgment of Yahuwah is coming to a reprobate, a wicked world. It's coming. So before we go into the Torah portion, I will quickly want to blow the sofa. The sofa. This is power. The sofa is power. And I'm going to blow the sofa before we continue. That is the blowing of the sofa. The blowing of the sofa. You remember? Blow the sofa. Proclaim the good news of Yahuwah, his love. What is his love? You guarding his commandment. Yahusha said, if you love me, you do what? You will guard my commandment. The world is not doing that. Those who are guiding the commandment are those who are in covenant with Yahuwah. So let's go to the book of Exodus. Shemot in Hebrew is called Shemot. In English language is called Exodus. Let's quickly go to Exodus chapter 7 to continue revelation of the name of the power that is in the name of Yahuwah. He said you should call upon his name. So, and when you say Lord, Lord is not a name. I've said this several times. You and I know that Lord is not a name. You call him J-O-D. J-O-D is not a name. God, dog. You see, that's what you are calling. They are not names. Let's look. So Yahuwah said to Musa or Moshe, I have made you an Elohim, little mighty one, to Pharaoh, and Aharon, your brother, is your Navi or Nabi. Nabi is, wrongly used for the word prophet, but it's Nabi. He's going to be your spokesperson. You, Musa, have made you the mighty one to Pharaoh. That's the meaning of Elohim or Alahim. I made you the mighty one to Pharaoh. But your brother will be your spokesperson. Is going to be your Navi. You shall speak all that I command you, and Aharon your brother shall speak to Pharaoh to let the children of Israel go out of his land. Listen, you shall speak all that I command you. Notice that. You, Musa, you will speak all that I, Yahuwah, command you. You will not add to it. You will not remove from it everything that I command you. Are you obeying the commandment of Yahuwah? Is the world obeying his commandment today? You who are in the covenant, are you guiding his commandment? But I'm going to harden the hearts of Pharaoh and shall increase my sign and my wonders in the land of Mizraim. Yahuwah said he will harden his heart, just like the heart of people were hardened to remove his name, to replace his name, his name, the name of Yahusha HaMashiach, to remove it from the commandment, and for the world to be lawless and practice lawlessness. And Pharaoh is not going to listen to you, and I shall lay my hand on Mizraim and bring my division and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Mizraim by great judgments. That is the topic, the title of our Shabbat service today. Judgments. I will punish. I'm going to punish, raw punishment on Mizraim. And Mizra shall know that I am Yahuwah when I stretch out my hand to Mizra, and I shall bring the children of Israel out from among them. I talked about the covenant. Yahuwah made covenant with Abraham. Let's go to um, Genesis 15. Genesis 15, 2 to 5. You will see the covenant that Yahuwah made with Abraham. Genesis 15, 2 to 5. Let me read from verse 1 so that we can understand very well. And after these events, the word of Yahuwah came to Abraham in a vision, saying, do not be afraid, Abram. I'm your shield. Your reward is exceedingly great. And Abraham said, Adonai, Yahuwah, what will you give me, saying I go childless? And the heir of my house is Eleazar of Damascus. And Abram said, see, you have given me no seed, and see, one born in my house is my heir. And see, the word of Yahweh came to him, saying, this one is not your heir, but he who comes from your own body is your heir. And he brought him outside and said, look, now forward the Shamayim, and count the stars if you are able to count them. And he said to him, so are your seed. And he believed in Yahweh, and he reckoned it to him for righteousness. And he said to him, I am Yahuwah who brought you out of Kasdim to give you the land to inherit. And he said, at Yahuwah, where do I know I will possess it? Let's go to 10. And 9, sorry. Let's continue. And he said to him, bring me a 3-year-old heifer, and a 3-year-old female goat, and a 3-year-old ram, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took all this to him and cut them into middle, and placed each one opposite the other, but he did not cut the bird. And the birds of prey came down, and the carcass, and Abram drove them away. This is where we are going. And it came to be when the sun was going down, and a deep sleep fell upon him, and see, a frightening great darkness fell upon him. And he said to Abram, know for certain that your seed are to be a sojourner in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. But the nation, this is where we are going, but the nation who they serve I'm going to judge. I'm going to punish. I will deal with the nations. Uh, come out, but the nation whom they serve, I am going to judge, and afterward let them come out with a great possession. Now, as for you, you are to go to your fathers in peace. You are to be buried at old age. Now, let's look at verse 14 very well. But the nation whom they serve, I'm going to judge, and afterward they will let them go. Why would Yahuwah said he will judge the nation? The nation who are lawless, are violent to his own people, he will judge and he will let them go. Have you ever one day sit down and consider the judgment of Yahuwah that is coming on the world? Misraim is a shadow of the world that we live in today. Misraim was a very powerful nation, just like America. Very powerful nation that accommodated a lot of people all over their world at that time. But they have no idea of who Yahuwah is. They have a deity, a mighty deity that they worship. They worship Pharaoh or Pharaoh. They worship him. He become a time God. So he has no idea, he has no knowledge of who is the creator of Shamayim and Arad. That nation I will judge. That is what he said. That nation I will judge. Let's quickly look at Matthew 5:21. What did Yahusha said? Matthew 5:21. Matthew 5:21. Okay. Matthew 5:21. You heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not murder, and whoever murders shall be liable to judgment. Yahusha was emphasizing of what it meant to be judged. You have heard it is in the Torah that do not, do not go against the commandment of Yahuwah. 21. You have heard that it was said of those of old, you shall not murder, and whosoever murder shall be liable to punishment. What is actually judgment? To be judged, what does it mean? Are we talking of the worldly judgment that is being given? If you violate the law in this country, you will be arrested and you'll be charged to court, and the judge will pronounce judgment on you, punishment. He will accept punishment on you. That is the system, the worldly system. Have we ever think of Yahuwah judgment? Has it ever come to your mind that a day is coming when Yahuwah will judge the world? or you are delusional to believe that the world has been existent time immemorial and things will continue. There is no Elohim, there is no Yahuwah, there is nobody that created the world. The world just came into existence. Are you a part of that madness? Have you ever thought of his judgment? What is a definition of judgment? In Yahweh's, the way we look at it, a misfortune or calamity, a misfortune or calamity view as a divine punishment. I don't like to use the word divine. You don't, it's paganistic word. Yahweh's punishment. Hebrew, strong Hebrew, 8199. In Hebrew is called shaphat, to judge, to govern. Remember? Select me the judge who will govern your people, who will interpret the commandment of Yahuwah to the children of Israel, to decide, to defend, to deliver. I will deliver you. I will judge that nation and I will deliver you. Have you ever think of the judgment of Yahweh that is coming? His divine judgment. There will be no way out for you. That is why now the Besorah of Yahweh is going out all over the world. His name is coming out. The era of deception, the era of church is over, and it's going to be over forever. Because people are coming to the knowledge of the truth. They see that they have seen that church says cake is a deception, is a shrine. And that pyramid is coming down. Yahuwah is coming with his judgment. The judgment of Yahuwah. He will judge the world. Let's quickly look at another scripture, Matthew 10. Matthew 10, 5. Matthew 10, 5. Matthew 10, Matthew 10, 5. Matthew 10, 5 says, Yahusha sent these 12 out, have commanded them, saying, do not go into the way of the Gentiles, and do not enter a city of the Shomerun, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Yazrael. Matthew 10, 5. Let's go to Matthew 10, 15 also. Truly I say to you, it shall be more bearable for the land of Sodom and Amorah in the day of judgment than for the city. You see, Yahusha is talking of the judgment, the punishment that is coming to the world. That it is more tolerable for Sodom and Amorah than this city, this country, this world. What did they say? That we carry all over the world that it is being taught or teach or preach in the world is the sin of sexuality, the sin, the sin, of sexuality, Sodom and Gomorrah, men sleeping with men, women sleeping with women. But look at our modern day today. Is that not what you see today? What is happening in our modern day today is worse than that of Sodom and Amorah. That's why Yeshua said they will be lenient in the judgment, comparing to this generation, comparing to what is happening today. Although we only emphasize on, gays and lesbians in the time of Sodom, their sins are more than that. Same thing today. A lot of things is happening in our world. Evil is happening in our world. That Yeshua says it will be more tolerable for Sodom and Amorah, Sodom and Amorah, than for this generation. Lawlessness, evil in our world. Let's see another verse. Matthew 11:22. Matthew 11:22. 11:22. But I say to you, it shall be more tolerable for Saul and Sidon in the day of judgment than for you. Yes. He was telling the Yahudim that you had the Torah, the commandment of Yahuwah, but you did not guide the commandment. So it's going to be tolerable for them than you. Those of you who claim to have the knowledge, those of you who deceive and lead people astray, either in the Messianic movement or the other side of it, which is Christianity. Yahusha said it will be more tolerable that day for Saul and Sidon, the day of punishment. There will be no remission. That means there will be no escape for you if you continue in your lawlessness. If you die in lawlessness, those who have died, I said it, those who have died in lawlessness, those who have died in that name, there's no way. They have died now, they are waiting for judgment. But see, what condition are they now? If you die in Jesus, if you die in that name, you will be kept in a shadow. You will be kept in oven that is dark and in pain. Not judgment yet. That's where you are going to be kept till the day of judgment, when Yahusha is coming to judge the world. Let's go back to Shemot, Exodus. Because just like Yahuwah wants everyone to come to repentance. So he will raise up his Navi to go and warn the world, to speak his word so that they can change. Yahuwah raised Musa to go and announced his name to him. That is good news. Two, to tell him to release his people, to let his people go so that they may serve him. But he refused. He was so arrogant. Who is that Yahuwah? I don't know him. I don't know your Yahuwah. I don't know him. I don't want to know him. Get out of my face. That is what he said to Musa. For 2,000 years, when Christianity came, it has been lawlessness, it has been deception, it has been delusional, it has been evil and wickedness. People did not know the name of Yahuwah, they did not know his way, they don't guard his commandment, they don't care about Yahuwah. He had sent out his Navim to warn, to reveal his name, and to warn, to tell you to come out of her, to come out of deception, to come out of evil. Before the terrible day of Yahuwah. That day is coming. That day is coming. Whether you like it or not. That day is coming. The judgment. Let my people go so that they will serve Yahweh. And Musa and Aharon did as Yahuwah commanded them, so they did. Now, Musa was 80 years old and Aharon 83 years old when they spoke to Pharaoh. And Yahweh spoke to Musa and to Aharon, saying, when Pharaoh speak to you, say, show a miracle for yourself. Then you shall say to Aharon, take your rod and throw it before Pharaoh, and let it become a serpent. So Musa and Aharon went into Pharaoh, and they did so as Yahweh commanded. And Aharon threw his rod before Pharaoh and before his servant, and it became a snake, but a serpent. But Pharaoh also called the wise men and the practicers of witchcraft, and they, the magicians of Mizraim, also do so with their magic. They do so. We have false and deceptive miracle through magic, through sorcerers today. People are looking for signs, they are looking for wonders. You see, Ashatan also demonstrated through all these magicians his power, same thing. But there is power that is above the power of evil, and that is the power of Yahweh. The serpent that was thrown down by Aharon swallowed 2,000 years. Falsehood has been spread all over the world. The world has been cast with go and cast spell in crusade, revival, and all kinds of things to win people for Hashatan. But the truth is swallowing lies now. The name of Yahuwah is swallowing lies that has been perpetrated for so many years. People are come to the knowledge of the name of Abba every day, every single day. People are knowing the truth. People are knowing that it was a deception. It was a lie. He said, in that day, people will come to Yahuwah and said, our father has lied to us. They have given us worthlessness, and we become worthless. Lies. Look at the lives of people in this place. They are being hypnotized. They are being cheated of their money. They are under slavery, religious slavery, spiritual slavery. It's so terrible in Africa. Spiritual slavery. People are going through pains in a house that's supposed to be a house of deliverance. But because it is not from Abba, this is man-made. This is cleverly the design of Hashatan to destroy you. Come out of the church. Come out of her. Come out of Buddhism. Come out of Islamic religion. There's no hope. There's no way in all this false religion. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not listen to them as Yahuwah has said. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, the heart of Pharaoh is hard. He refused to let the people go. Go to Pharaoh in the morning as he goes out to the water, and you shall stand by the river bank to meet him, and take him in your hand, and take in your hand the rod which was turned into a serpent, and you shall say to him, Yahuwah Elohim of the Ivrim. You remember, Yahweh always put his name first, and that is what we need to do. We have to acknowledge his name. You must know his name. In his name there is deliverance. In his name there is there is joy. In his name there is power. Elohim of Israel. And you shall say to him, Yahweh, the Elohim of Ibrahim has sent me to you, saying, let my people go, so that they serve me in the wilderness. But see, until now, you have not listened. Until this moment, you have not listened. The world is not listening to the good news. They don't listen, and because the lie has taken precedence. the lies that has become truth. So you don't listen now. You don't shema. Shema is you listen and listen carefully and intelligently. You don't shema. Same thing, Pharaoh did not shema Yahuwah, the voice of Yahuwah. And Pharaoh is not going to listen to you. Okay. And you shall say to him, Yahuwah the Elohim of Ivrim has sent me to you, saying, let my people go so that they serve me in the wilderness. But see, until now you have not listened. Elohim of Ivrim. Elohim of those who are covenanted. Elohim of those who are under my covenant. It's so easy for the so-called three dominant religion to claim Abraham: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Do they guide the commandment of Yahuwah? When in Genesis 26, let's see what happened. Genesis 26. I love this place very well. Genesis 26 verse 5. Let's see from verse 1 so that you can understand it perfectly. And there was a scarcity of food in the land as it is happening in the world today. The world is gradually coming to experience scarcity of food. You will lie down, you will be online for food in this country and all over the world. Time is coming. No matter how wealthy you are or rich you are, if you don't have the money to buy, and you will have to be on the line to get food. There's going to be scarcity. It's coming. Yahusha said that. It's coming. 2. And Yahuwah appeared to him and said, do not, that is Abraham, the son of, that is Isaac, Abraham's son. And Yahuwah appeared to him and said, do not go down to Mizraim. Live in the land which I command you. Look, Yahuwah still, see the word command. Don't go to Mizraim. Listen, Shema, and guide the word that I command you. Sojourn in this land, and I shall be with you and barak you. I will bless you. For I give all this land to you and your seed, and I shall establish the oath which I have sworn to Abraham, your father. And I shall increase your seed like the star of the Shamayim, and I shall give all this land to your seed, and your seed, all the nation of the earth shall be barak. Through your seed, all the nations will be blessed. Now, this is where I'm going. He said, because Abraham obeyed my voice and guarded my charge. Do you hear that? Is Judaism obeying the voice of Yahweh and guided, the charge of Yahweh? No. My commands, my laws, and my Torah. That is what Abraham did. Did Muslims, did they guided the commandment, the charge? No. They worship sun deities. Judaism is about sun worship and fertility. Astra, Esther. What about Christianity? Absolutely lawlessness. They guarded nothing. I mean, they even said that the commandment of Yahuwah has done away with, that their Jesse has nailed it to the cross, and you don't have to obey, you don't have to guide, because you are going to be saved by grace. Gracia, Greco. They don't guide the commandments. He said here, because Abraham obeyed. You see, the lies that have been perpetrated on you for so many years, come out of harm. Take time and pray. Ask Yahuwah. Call his name. His name is Yahuwah. The name of our Savior is Yahusha. Yahusha. Yah is my belief. Doesn't that make sense to you? That's the meaning. Yahusha. That Shah is deliverer or save. Yahuwah is my Savior. Yahuwah is my deliverer. That's the meaning of it. That's why he said, I came in my Father's name. He came in his Father's name. He doesn't have his own name. And you did not believe me. Someone else will come in his own name that you will believe. And that is what the whole world believes today. A fictitious character. Something that is not inexistent. You know, it was one of the Catholic Pope. I didn't remember his name now, but as I'm teaching, I will. And I will show you the video. He said the fictitious character we created has bringing us fortune, money. Catholic Church is one of the richest, perhaps the richest and the most powerful religion organization in the world today. The fictitious character that we created and sanctioned at the Council of Chalcedon. He was created in Nicaea in Turkey. This fictitious character was created in Nicaea, Turkey, by pagan Catholic bishops. Do research. Don't do research. Take time to do research on your own. You see, you are going to be accountable. Nobody is going to stand and argue your case before the creator of earth. Who would dare do that? But you yourself are going to stand on that day. Fictitious character. He guided, he obeyed my voice. You listen to my command. That is what Yahuwah said to Yitzhak. Listen to my command and do the same as your father has done. Let's go back to Shemot, which is Exodus 7. Sorry. Okay. Thus said Yahuwah, by this you will know that I am Yahuwah. See, and striking the water which are in the river with the rod that is in my hand, and they shall turn to water. That was the first judgment that was pronounced on Pharaoh. Yahuwah asked Moshe to strike the water, and all the water in the land of Israel turned to blood. So also Yahuwah is coming to judge this world, to pronounce Yahuwah's judgment on the world. Joel, which is called Joel, said it. He mentioned the day of Yahuwah that is going to be terrible. You don't want to witness it. Where did I? You don't want, it, there will be no way out. There will be no way out. No way out. If you don't listen and escape the judgment that is coming now, I pity you. That day is coming. And I think it's in the book of Micah that says that you are asking for the day. You don't want to experience the day, because it's going to be a day of gloomy, a day of darkness, a day of darkness. That is what that day is going to be. The judgment. Don't forget, you are not under the covenant of Yahuwah. You are not part of you are not in the covenant. You don't guide the commandment. You don't know anything about, you don't guide the commandment, and you have blocked your ear to the commandment of Yahuwah. So when you are not covenanted, when you are not in the covenant, you are exposed to Yahuwah wrath and judgment that is coming to the world. Okay. And the fish in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the minstrel shall find it impossible to drink the water of the river. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying to Aaron, take your rod and strike and stretch out your hand over the waters and Mizraim, over their streams, over their rivers, over their ponds, and over all their pools of water, that they become blood. And there shall be blood in all the land of Mizraim, both in wooden and in stone, that is in the containers. In everywhere there will be blood. So everything was stinking. The judgment is coming. The judgment that was proclaimed on Mizraim, Egyptians, is to remind us. It's our example. Brother Saul said it. It's an example. It's coming. Look at the way things are, how things is now. Things are not working very well. We have seen the collapse and destruction of the families. We have seen the collapse of economics, especially in third world countries. And it's happening in the so-called first world country. Things are not the same again. The wrath of Yahuwah is coming. The judgment of Yahuwah is coming. Let's continue. And the magician of Mizraim did the same with their magic, and the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had said. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house, and his heart was not moved, because Yahuwah has said it. That is going to harden his heart. He's not moved by that, because he has seen himself also as a tiny Elohim, small Elohim that the Egyptian worship. He relied on Osiris and all the gods in Egypt, but none of the gods in Egypt were able to save him. You're talking, none of those false gods in the land of Egypt were able to save Pharaoh and the Misrites and the Egyptians. See, you see the futility of what the world has given, that the world is worshiping today. We have seen the revival of ancient idols, syncretism, the revival of the revival of ancient idol, syncretized with the world to create deception. And Pharaoh turned and all the Misraelites dug all around the river for water to drink, for they were unable to drink the water of the river. And 7 days were completed, after which Yahweh struck the river. 7 days completed. So for good 7 days, they couldn't drink water. It's all blood. Their fish have died in the river. 7 good days. Yeah. Have you imagined the babies who cannot drink water? The women, you know, you know, the indigents, poor alike, rich alike, they can't drink water. No water for them to drink. Everything has turned to blood. 7 good days. That's the first judgment. Now, and Yahweh spoke to Moses, go to Pharaoh and say to him, thus said Yahweh, let my people go so that they serve me. You go back to him and tell him, present my name again to him. Go in my name again to him. Say to him, Yahuwah, I'm the one that exists. I'm the one that created you, ordinary dust. Go and present my name to him again. The political establishment today are so powerful that they have no regard for Yahuwah. They don't even want to hear about him. But a day is coming when they will be running scatter. There will be no one to deliver them. And you, ordinarily, who are poor too, if you don't change. But if you refuse to let my people go, see, and smiting all your borders with frogs, and the river shall swim with frogs, which shall go up and shall come into your house, and into your bedrooms and your bed, and into the houses of your servant and your people. That is the second punishment. Judgment. Frogs everywhere in the bedroom. For good 7 days, there was frog every damn place in Israel. In his palace, in his bedroom, everywhere. He has to call for Mosiah again to appeal to Yahweh to take away the frog. But then, the satanic son did not move. Okay. And they said the magician also do the same with their magic and brought up frogs. You see, they added more frog to frog. Now, Pharaoh then called for Moshe and Aharon and said, "Pray to Yahweh to take away the frog from me and from my people. I shall let the people go and slaughter." Then you see, he's still lying. Just, all he wants is remedy. He just wants that little remedy, just little one. That's all he wants. So as soon as the frog was taken out of, when you see Yahuwah is um is trustworthy. Yahweh is trustworthy and faithful, you know, and he has compassion. When Moses, even though he has said that Pharaoh will not listen, he also, in the midst of the judgment, thinking that Pharaoh will change his mind, in the midst of that divine punishment, Yahweh still show his compassion. So whenever Moses called on him, he immediately listened and removed it. So the frog was removed. And the frog shall turn aside from you and from you. That's what the Moshe said. And they went, and Moses and Aharon went out from Pharaoh. And Moses cried out to Yahweh concerning the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moses. And the frog died out of the house, out of the courtyard. You see it? The frog died. Yahweh removed the frog away because Yahweh always listened to his own anointed call by himself. All these people who are running around, they are what Yahusha warned us against. You see, Yahusha said they will come, they will say they are Messiah, they are anointed. But majority of you don't even know the meaning of Messiah. The meaning of Messiah is the anointed. So all those people who are lying to you, who are deceiving you just to make gain of you, they are fulfilling what Yahusha said, that they will call themselves anointed. He wants us to be aware of them, to run away from them. If you don't know the meaning of Messiah today, the meaning of Messiah is anointed, the anointed one. That's the meaning of Messiah, which translated into Greek as Christ, Christo, anointed. Okay. And when Pharaoh saw that there was relief, he hardened his heart and did not listen to them as Yahweh has said. You see, when he got a little relief, he hardened his heart. His heart was hardened. He did not listen to them as Yahweh has said. And Yahweh said to Moses, say to Aaron, stretch out your hand, your rod, and strike the dusts of the land, so that it become great gnats in all the land of Mitzrayim. Grant, you know. And they did so, and Aaron stretched out his hand with the rod and struck the dust of the earth, and all became gnats on man and beast, and all the dust of the land became gnats in all the land of Israel. Became gnats. You know. And magicians did similarly with their magic to bring forth the gnat, but they were unable, and there were gnats on the man and the beast, even on the magician. The magician then said to Pharaoh, this is the finger of Elohim. You listen. When they are unable to replicate, they see that this, what is happening now, is not ordinary anymore, Pharaoh. This is the finger of Elohim. Those who are listening to me, and those who will listen. The finger of Elohim is coming terribly to the world. The finger of Yahuwah is coming to you. If you continue to disobey, if you continue in your way, the finger of Yahuwah is coming. And it's going to be terrible. Nobody can withdraw it back. You know, Misraim even were lucky to have Moshe to plead on their behalf. In this terrible judgment that is coming to the world, there will be no remedy. No one will plead on your behalf. Yahusha has done his own. And they did so, and Aharon stretched out. Okay. 19. And Yahweh said to Moshe, rise early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh as he come out to this water, and say to him, thus said Yahweh, let my people go so that they may serve me. The same one word. Yahweh. That is his name. I existed. Those of you who are saying that, not the agnostics who are saying that nobody created the world, nobody existed. The world came on its own, we came on our own. But it's telling you to let you know today that Yahuwah existed. I existed. I exist. He exists. You ordinary dust. You who are worthless. You open your mouth and say Yahuwah does not exist. Because he gave you think you have you use your own knowledge, your own wisdom on your own. The finger of Yahuwah will bite so terribly to this world. The finger of Yahuwah will bite so terribly to all nations. Terribly. And there will be no remedy except those who are in covenant, those who are guiding the commandment of Yahuwah, as it has said in the book of Revelation. The remnant are those that are guiding his commandment, just like he protected the house of Israel, who are the Hebrews, who are under his covenant in Goshen. Nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them. Pharaoh even sent a spy to watch, to go to the land, to Goshen, to see what is happening there. They came back to tell him that everywhere was light. No diseases, nothing. Or else, if you do not let my people go, see, I'm sending swarm of flies on you and your servant and on your people into the house, and the house of the mistress shall be fly with swarm of flies, and also the ground on which they stand. And in that day I shall separate the land of Goshen, you see it, in which my people dwell, that no swarm of flies shall be there, so that you know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the land. You hear that? Only on that day I will separate the Goshen where my people live, those who are covenanted, those who are under my covenant, those who guided my commandment. I will separate them. I will protect them. No evil will come to them. So that Pharaoh may know that he owns Misraim. He said, so that for you to know that I am in the midst of Misraim. Where is Osiris? You should ask yourself, where is Egyptian God that they devoted to worship? Why is he not delivering them? Where is Hashatan, the opposer of the way? Why is Hashatan not delivered them? He deceived you to go against Yahweh. He's a liar. There's no truth in him. Those of you who worship idols, who worship woods and stones, those of you who worship Jesus, Jesus did this, Jesus is it. Those of you who worship stone, who go to Mecca to lick the stone, the Buddhists, the Hindus, traditionalists, all of you. And those of you who say there's no, you don't even believe in anything, that the finger of Yahweh is coming. the finger of Yahweh is coming. And you will not escape. See, he said he will make distinction between those who serve him. And the distinction is that there will be no fly, no gnats, no blood in the land of Goshen, where his children are. And that is what is going to happen in the later day. Yahweh will protect those who guided the commandment of Yahweh, so that no evil hand will touch. You are not raptured to nowhere. There's no rapture. JC is not coming and there's no rapture. Jesus is not coming, there's no rapture. How can something that does not exist come? It doesn't make sense. We are going to treat that also. You will see the origin of rapture. Go Google it. Google the origin of rapture. You see it. You see those who propounded it, whom Satan used to deceive. And I shall put a distinction between my people. Are you the people of Yahweh? If my people that are called by my name, if they can humble themselves, are you his people? Did he know you? He doesn't know you. You don't belong to him. Because those who are his people know his name. They guard his commandment. They celebrate his festivals. They eat clean food. They don't eat shrimp. They don't eat pork. They don't eat all those dirty food. They eat clean food. Those who are his people. See, that's a key word. That's very, very powerful. Do you belong to him? Elijah said, why are you wavering between two opinions? If Yahweh is Elohim, worship him. If it is Baal, Lord, worship him. The children of Israel cannot open their mouth and say a word to him because they know the truth. He said, let those who are unjust continue to be unjust. I'm coming. Yahusha is coming to judge the world. Whether you believe him or you don't believe him, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you deny him, Yahweh will not deny himself. Yahusha will not deny himself. If I deny him, he will not deny himself. If you deny him, he's not going to deny himself. Who are you? Who is me? I'm just ordinary dust that is going to wither away soon. Who are you? Look at all these years they've been talking about one world government. Will they be able to do it? It's still in the planning stages, and so it shall continue to be, because those who started it are no more today. They are dead. Their bone is rotten in the grave, and they are in the oven of darkness and pain. All those scribes who remove his name, where are they today? They are dead. Their bone is rotting and is stinking, and they are in the oven of pains and darkness, and that is where they will be till Yahusha appear to judge the world. They will die. All the enemy of Yahweh will pass away. Yahweh remain forever and ever. You see it? He said he's going to put distinction between those who serve him and those who did not serve him. You worship on Sundays, right? That's good for you. You worship sun deity, sun, the day that Europeans worship their gods, Sun Invictus, unconquered sun. That's good. Go ahead. That a day is coming, though, when there's going to be distinction between those who serve Yahweh in truth and in spirit, and those who did not serve him. And Yahweh did so, and a thick swarm of flies came into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servant house, and into all the land of Mizraim, and the land was full, was ruined because of the sun. The land was ruined, destroyed because of the fly. It's not ordinary flies, it's very destructive flies. Destructive. And Moses said, it is not right for us to do so, for we will be slaughtering. The Pharaoh then called for Moses and Aharon and said, go slaughter to Yahweh Elohim in the land. And Moses answered, it is not right for us to do so, for we will be slaughtering the abomination of the Mizraim to Yahweh our Elohim. See, if we slaughter the abomination of the Mizraim before their eyes, will they not stone us? Let us go 3 days journey into the wilderness, then we shall slaughter to Yahweh our Elohim in the command. He couldn't handle it anymore. He's trying to pacify Musa. It's okay. You don't have to go out of Mizraim. Go and do the slaughtering. And Musa said, no, you don't. Who are you to change the commandment of Yahweh? We are going to do it outside Mizraim, outside the land. And Pharaoh said, I'm letting you go, then you shall slaughter to Yahweh your Elohim in the wilderness. Only do not go very far away. I prayed for you, and pray for me. And Moses said, see, when I leave you, I shall pray to Yahweh, and tomorrow the swarm of flies and shall depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. But do not let Pharaoh again deceive, not to let the people go to slaughter to Yahweh. And Moshe went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahweh. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moses, and removed the swarm and fly from the Pharaoh, from his servant, and from the people. Not one remained. But Pharaoh hardened his heart, and this time too he did not let the people go. He didn't let them go. He hardened his heart, because Yahweh has said so. The word heart is hardened now, because Yahweh has said so. But his day is coming. And Yahweh said to Moses, go into Pharaoh and speak to him. Thus said Yahweh, Elohim of Ibrim, let my people go, that they may serve me. Just one word. Yahweh did not change his word. He doesn't change. He said, I do not change. Yahweh is my name, and I do not change. That is why the children of Yazareh are not consumed. That's why those of us who are guarding the commandment, did not destroy it, because Yahweh did not change. From everlasting to everlasting, he is Yahweh. Yahweh. Yahweh is his name. Do you know the meaning of that? He exists. He exists. And Yahweh said to Moshe, for if you refuse to let my people go, still hold them. See, the hand of Yahweh is on your livestock in the field, and on the horses, and on the donkeys, on the camel, on the cattle, and on the sheep, a very grievous pestilence. See, he brought problem to the the animals too. See, when Yahweh wants to start dealing with the world, he will start dealing with destroying the economy. Put his hand in the economy, and the economy start collapsing. America has experienced in 1929 recession. They experienced, I think, in 2008, before Obama came in, recession. And they understand the recession is coming, even though they are managing it. It's coming. See, go to all over the world. The economy are not doing well. They are in a very terrible state. Very soon, the world economic system will collapse. The mighty dollar will not be there again. Yahweh is coming. His divine judgment is coming. His divine punishment is coming. Except you change your ways and come to the knowledge of Yahweh. And Yahweh shall separate between the livestock of Israel, and the livestock of Mizraim, and let no matter die of all that belongs to children of Israel. Yahweh shall separate. He will separate everything that you own. If you gather this commandment, you are not going to lose them. The time is coming when the banking system is going to collapse. Yahweh will start telling his children, giving them signal, go and take out your money. Go and take out your money. Yahweh will start telling his own people, go to the field and start planting. Go and become a farmer so that you can eat. That time is coming where the world is going to be blindfolded, and dumb. And Yahweh made an appointed time, saying, tomorrow Yahweh is going to do this word in the night. He made an appointed time that tomorrow. See, the appointed time of Yahweh is coming. The day that he has appointed to bring gloom into the world, fire, brimstone into the world. He has appointed it. And it will not change. And Yahweh did this word of the next day, and all the livestock of Mizraim died, but the livestock of the children of Israel, no one of them died. No one. I will put a distinction between those who worship me and those who do not. I will put a distinction between those who guided my commandment and those who did not. There's going to be a distinction. Yahweh will do it. He will separate. Remember, Yeshua said he will separate between the sheep and the goat. The same thing here. Who are you? Are you sheep or goat? Then here, then Pharaoh sent and see, not even one of the livestock of the Israelites were dead, but the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not. He sent delegate to Goshen, his high power chiefs, government official, to go to Goshen to see what is happening there. And when they got there, they brought report to him that none of the livestock of Hebrew Israelite died. None of them died. But still yet, because he has been marked for destruction, still yet, he did not change. You have the mark of destruction on you when you don't guide the commandment of Yahweh. You have that mark of destruction is on you, and you will be destroyed. You ain't go no heaven. You ain't go nowhere. You will be destroyed. You will be destroyed completely. And Yahweh said to Moshe and Aharon, fill your hands with ashes from furnace, and let Moses scatter it towards the Shemayim before the eyes of the Pharaoh. You see it? Another punishment. And it shall become the fine dust in all the land of Mizraim, and it shall cause boil and break out the sore on man and beast in all the land. You see it? You see the terrible punishment. Yahweh said, I think in Revelation, that the scorpion that is going to stench people who doesn't guide the commandment is going to their stench. The scorpion itself will be like a horse. Scorpion. Scorpion. And Yahweh said to Moshe, rise early in the morning. Even when people, on the hand, the magician were unable to stand before Moses because of the boil, for the boil were on the magician and all even the magician, they have the boil on them, they can't stand before. You see, lies can never stand before the truth. Time will come when all your pastors will be uh, inflicted, and the majority of them are going through it now, pains, because of spreading lies. Lies will not stand before the truth anymore. It's going to collapse like a pack of cards. But Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not listen to them as Yahweh has said. And Yahweh said to Moshe, rise early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and said to him, Thus say Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, let my people go so that they can serve me. For at this time I'm sending all the plague unto your heart and on your servant and all your people, so that you know that there's no one like me in all the earth. You hear? So that you will know that there is no one like Yahweh. There is no one like him all over the earth. No one. No one. He said, who shall you compare me with? Who shall you compare me with? He said, I'm Yahuwah. That is my name, and my esteem I will not give it to other. You have given the esteem of Yahuwah to Jesse. You have given your esteem to Arabian Allah. You have given your esteem to his esteem. You have given his esteem to all these fictitious and fake characters, so that Pharaoh may know that there's no one like him. There's no one like Elohim that I serve. Yahweh, Yahusha HaMashiach. I followed Yahusha HaMashiach and I guided the commandment of Yahweh. Now, if I had stretched out my hand and struck you and your people with pestilences, then you shall, then you will have been cut off from the earth. That is what Yahweh is telling him. Who are you? If I struck you so hard, I have right to kill you. That's what Yahweh is saying. I would have bring the land of Misraim into desolate. No, just like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. He has the power to do so in the land of Misraim. But then, how will people know his power? Pharaoh and the gods, the gods in Misraim know his power. Only you, he said, you still exalt yourself against my people in that you do not let them go. See, tomorrow about this time, I'm causing very heavy hail to rain down, such as has not been in Mizraim from the day of its founding until now. And now send, bring your livestock to safety, and all that you have in the field, so the hail shall come down on every man, every beast which is found in the field and not brought home, and they shall die as an hail and storm. And that is Yahweh is coming to use hail and storm into this world. We have seen, see, what we have seen in Katrina and all that is just a child play. It is a child play. But those who do not lay their hearts on the word of Yahweh, let their servant and livestock be filled. And I mean, the message was even, yeah. Do you know that if the people of Egyptians, if they had listened to the voice and did exactly, they wouldn't have gone through this. But then they hardened their heart also along with Pharaoh. But those who are wise among them listen, and they are doing exactly Moshe is asking them to do, and no evil come to them. No evil. Those are the congregation of people that go out with the people of Israel. When they saw the mighty hands of Yahweh. And Yahweh said to Moses, stretch out your hand towards the Shemayim, and let there be hail on man, beast, and every plant of the field throughout the land. Then Moses stretched out his hand. Then the hail came only in the land of Goshen. You hear it? Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. If he's going to protect his own children, if you are covenanted, you will escape, the punishment that is going to be afflicted into the world. You will escape it. You see it only in the land of Goshen. There's no hail, nothing. He protected his own. The Pharaoh then sent and called for Moses and for Aaron and said to them, I have seen this time Yahweh is righteous, and my people and I were wicked. They are lawless. They are disobedient children, just as you are. You are a disobedient children. He realized that he has sinned, he and his people. Pray to Yahweh, for there be enough of the thunder and hail Elohim, and I am letting you go, that you stay no longer. And Moshe said to him, as soon as I go out of the city, let me spread out my hands to Yahweh. Let the thunder cease and hail be no more, so that you know that the earth belongs to Yahweh, But as for you and your servant, I know that you do not yet fear Yahuwah Elohim. You hear it? He knows them. He knows them. He knows them. He says, you, I know that you don't have the fear of Yahuwah in you. You will still continue your disobedience. You will not honor him. You will disobey him. You will disregard him. And and the flax and the barley were smitten, for the barley was in the head, and the flour was in bud. But the wheat and the spell were not smitten, for they were late crops. And Moshe went out of the city from Yahweh and spread out his hand to Yahweh, and the thunder and the hail ceased, and the rain was not pour on earth. And Yahweh saw that, and Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunder had ceased. Yet he sinned again, and he hardened his heart and his servant. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the children of Israel go, as Yahweh said through Moses. He did not. Look at all this terrible thing that he has brought to himself and to his people. Still yet, he was hardened. He was hardened. And Yahweh said to Moses, go into Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servant, so that I show this sign of mine before him, and that you relate in the hearing of your sons and your sons what I have done in Misra, and my sign which I have done among them, and you shall know that I am Yahuwah. And Yahuwah and Moshe and Aaron came in to Pharaoh and said to him, thus said Yahuwah Elohim of Ephraim, till when shall you refuse to humble yourself before me? Let my people go so that they serve me. Or else, if you refuse to let my people go, see tomorrow I'm bringing locusts within your border, and they shall cover the surface of the land so that no one is able to see the land, and they shall eat the rest of what has escaped, which remain to you from the hail, and they shall eat every tree which grow up for you out of the field, and they shall fill your houses, and the house of all your servants, and the house of all the ministers which neither your father nor your father's father have seen, since the day that they were on the earth to this day. Then he turned and went out from Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's servant said to him, till when will this one be snared to us? Let the men go so that they serve Yahweh their Elohim. Do you not yet know that Mizraim is destroyed? You know, chapter 10. Yahuwah still sent to Pharaoh. Also, Yahuwah told Musa that this event that happened in the land of Mizraim is a memorial all the generations. You have to remember it, how Yahweh brought you out of the land of Mizraim. It must be a storytelling to all your children, to know the power of Yahweh, to know that Yahweh is Yahweh, and beside him there is no any other. No any other one. No other one. Yahweh brought locust again. Locust. See? Locust took over from hail. You see the terrible punishment that is coming to Mizraite because of Yahweh's simple word, but very powerful word. Let my people go to serve me. Let people who I had covenant with their fathers, let them go so that they will continue my covenant that I had with their father to protect and to guide my covenant with their father. But you won't let them go. And Moses said, we are going with you. And he said to them, go serve Yahweh your Elohim. Who are the ones that are going? And Moshe said, we are going with our young and our old, with our son, with our daughter, with our flocks, and with our herbs, and with we are going, for we have festival to Yahweh. And he said to them, let Yahweh be with you, as I let you and your little one go. Watch, for evil is before your face. You see the arrogance? Not so. You men go now and serve Yahweh, for that is what you desire. And they were driven out from the presence of Pharaoh. And Yahweh said to Moses, stretch out your hand over the land of Mizraim, for the locusts to come upon the land of Mizraim and eat every plant of the land, all that the hail has left. And Moses stretched out his rod over the land of Mizraim, and Yahweh brought an east wind on the land all that day and all that night. Morning came, and the east wind brought the locusts. And locusts went up over the land of Mizraim and settled within all the border of Mizraim, very grievous. There had never been locusts like them before, nor will there again be like them. And when they covered the surface of the land, so that the land was darkened, and they ate all the fruit of the tree which the hail has left, and on no grainer was left on the tree or on the plants of the field, and all the land of Mizraim. Pharaoh then called for Moses and Aharon in haste and said, I have sinned against Yahweh your Elohim and against you. And now please bear my sin only this son, and pray to Yahweh your Elohim that he will only turn away this dead from me. And he went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahweh. Yahweh turned a very strong wind which took the locusts away and blew them into the sea of reeds. No one locust was left within all the border of Mizraim. However, Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not let the children of Israel go. He did not surrender, despite all this terrible punishment that is coming upon him and his people. He still continued in his ways. Because Yahweh continued to harden his heart, because he knows that he's not a changed man. He knows that it's not going to change. See, Yahweh knows our heart. He created us, he knows us. And also to let the world know that there is no power beside his power. He is the creator, he is in the midst of the earth. He created everything that has his breath and who doesn't have their breath. He created everything. And Yahweh said to Moses, stretch out your hand towards the Shemaim, and let there be darkness over the land of Mizraim, even a darkness which is left. And Moses stretched out his hand towards the Shemaim, and there was thick darkness in all the land of Mizraim. For 3 days they did not see one another, nor did anyone rise from his place for 3 days, while all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. They live in darkness. They live in darkness. This is what is going to happen to you. Now, because you don't know the name of Yahweh, you think you have light, but you are in darkness, a perpetual darkness. That is physical. You see, when you die, you go straight to hollow chamber of darkness. According to the book of Enoch, You go to the hollow chamber of darkness. It's perpetual darkness, no light, and you will be in pain because you rejected the truth. You rejected Yahweh. You did not guide the commandment of Yahweh. You rejected Yahusha and you embrace JC. You embracing Jesus is a sign. You will stay in a perpetual darkness forever till the judgment, the punishment. You know the punishment? Even the Malaik, the servant, that is what we call the angel, also even afraid to go to lake of fire. They're afraid, they're scared of lake of fire. Not to talk of you. The Malak, they call it Malaika in my language, the Malaik. They are afraid to go to lake of fire. You think you are in the light? You did not see light. You have not seen light. You will be perpetually in darkness forever and ever. When you die now without Yahusha HaMashiach, when you die now without guiding the Torah, the commandment of Yahweh, if you die now, Shekinah, it's over for you. And Pharaoh called Moshe and said, go serve Yahweh, only leave your flocks and your head behind, let your little one go with you. But Moshe said, you yourself are to provide us with slaughtering and a burnt offering to prepare for Yahuwah. And our livestock are to go with us too. Not a hoof is to be left behind. For we have to take some of them to serve Yahuwah our Elohim, and we ourselves do not know with what we are to serve Yahuwah until we come there. However, Yahuwah hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he will not let them go. And Pharaoh said to him, get away from me, watch yourself, and see my face no more. For in the day that you see my face, you will die. See, he's threatening the servant of Yahweh. See it? You see it? Pharaoh is threatening the servant of Yahweh. And when you threaten the servant of Yahweh, you are threatening Yahweh. Because Musa is not going, he was sent to Pharaoh by Yahweh. And you know what Musa said? And Musa said, you have spoken rightly. Never again do I see your face. Never again do I see your face. When I said the seven, I'm not talking of your pastors. I'm not talking of your pastors. I'm not talking of your prophets, your evangelists, your reverends, your teachers, your Sunday school teachers, and all the rest. I'm not talking of that. They are servants of Hashatan. They were called by the character called Satan. They serve him. He called them. But I'm talking of the real servant of Yahweh that he called to guide his commandment, to teach his people his ways, his commandment, and Musa. And those who are teaching the way of Yahweh today, who are guiding the commandment of Yahweh, who are teaching people, his way, those are the servants of Yahweh. And when you threaten them, you are not threatening them, you threaten Yahweh. And you know what happened to Pharaoh? My dear brothers and sisters, those of you who are guiding the commandment of Yahweh, and those of you who will come to the light of Yahweh, Let us do righteousness so that we may not be partaker in the judgment that is coming. I hope this teaching barak you, and I pray that Yahweh will open your ear and your eyes and your heart of understanding to know the way of Yahweh. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Please share this message. Subscribe to our channel. Send comments so that we know that you listen. And Yahweh will baruch you and shower his blessing upon you from now on till next Sabbath. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Bye bye.